Electricity is dangerous.
Okay, here we go. Second video. You're going to notice that I numbered some things up here. These just are terminations, right? Your switch should have 3 each, and then your light should have 2, and then you got your power source, which I gave 1 for some reason. Whatever. Whenever you're drawing a schematic, as you were a wiring diagram that's based on a schematic, right? So now we're into our wiring diagram. This is this guy here. You should always have your schematic and your numbers handy, because then you're just kind of drawing it how it's laid out in the field. The steps that I take, which may help you and they may not, if you have a different method and it works for you, outstanding. It's the method that I use, I've developed, and when I go through my students, I deal with high schoolers, and this seems to help them get through it as well. Step 1, draw and label your boxes. Okay, if you have an instance of a 3-way switch you're trying to figure out, why don't you just draw a couple of squares. Typically I make my switch boxes in 4-inch square boxes. Okay, that's why these are square. And then my light is octagonal, or your load, whatever this is going to be, it's going to utilize the electricity. That'll be the load. Okay, so that's your step 1. Draw and label the boxes. Power source, S3, 3-way switch in the middle, and then a light in the end. Step 2 is going to be the draw and label terminations, which we've done, right? So we already did that. We got our terminations all labeled here, and they all jive with what we've got. Step 3, draw and label the return, the neutral. I dot my neutrals when I draw them, because then you know that it's white. Okay, so once you get rid of your neutral, there's 2 reasons I do this. The first reason is that you can't switch it, right? Rule number 1, you cannot switch a neutral. So if you know that you can't switch a neutral, you might as well hook up your power source right to your load, get rid of it. Okay, so once the neutral is gone, all you have to do is worry about your control work now. Okay, so when we get done drawing and return the return of the neutral, then we go on to step 4, which is to draw and label your controls. Now, we know that travelers can only go to other travelers, and that the common can only have the feed in or the feed out. So following these rules will get you to where we are. And it just so happens that this is the feed in, this is the feed out. And right now, if there was electricity on this light would be lit, would it not? Okay, so hopefully that cleared up some of the questions on 3-way switching. I'm going to continue on with the next video to show a couple of different ways that you can wire a 3-way switch based on the same schematic, and hopefully that'll help you get through your issue.